What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bybee Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today it's time for my annual San Francisco Giants draft recap. I'm going to talk about 18 prospects that have been drafted. Most, if not all, are going to sign and enter into the Giants minor league system, although potentially one or two of them might end up not signing and going back to school.
Yes, I will go back to school and achieve victory.
But most are definitely going to sign. I'm super excited about it. Overall, I think the Giants did pretty well. I wish that they had drafted a few more big power bats. There's not a lot of power in this draft. Giants really focused on guys who can hit bat to ball skills. That's all well and good, but I'm just looking forward to the next guy can actually hit 30 home runs. Barry Bonds is literally the last Giant to hit 30 home runs in a season. That's unbelievable, but true. So I wish they had drafted a few more guys with that possible potential in the future. They did sign one guy who I watched in person, and I got some video footage, and this guy is a beast, and he does have big power potential, and he hit a home run at the game I went to, so I'm excited about that. We'll get to him shortly. Overall, pretty good draft, though. Let's get into it. And remember, the Giants did not get a pick in round 2 or 5 because of Willy Adames signing. Let's get it going. Starting in the first round, 13th overall pick. And this is a guy I had ranked a lot higher than 13, and I had him at, I believe, number 8 on my list. I was hoping the Giants were going to take a guy named Merrick Houston. I had him at number 7. But I can't complain about who they did take, an infielder by the name of Gavin Kilen out of Tennessee. MLB had him ranked 21, so both myself and the Giants gave him a little more value than that. Great bat-to-ball skills. In fact, some of the best bat-to-ball skills in the entire country, especially back in high school. He was ranked number 1 in the state of Wisconsin, not just at his position, but overall, number 1 in the entire state, the best high school baseball player in the state back in 2022, and was actually drafted by the Red Sox in the 13th round. But no, that wasn't good enough. 13th round? No, I want 13th overall, and that's what he gets this year. Great hand-eye coordination, kind of like Pablo Sandoval, as Giants fans would remember, and other baseball fans. Vladimir Guerrero Sr., a guy just put the bat on the ball. He'll chase a pitch out of the zone and still hit it. But he did chase a little too much last year, and he walked just 7 times all year. He did hit .330 with 9 home runs, but this year he showed big improvement, walking 30 times, bumping that batting average to .357 with 15 career bombs. He's also a plus fielder. Probably going to end up at second base, and that is a position right now the Giants have a need for. They recently demoted Tyler Fitzgerald, so obviously I'm not saying Keelan's going to be there this year, and probably not next year, but potentially next year, but he should be here, pretty quickly because he's a college prospect, so he has that extra experience, could move through the minors really quickly. Love this pick right here, a lot of upside. I don't know if Keelan's going to become a big power hitter, maybe 15, 20 home run potential, but I think he can hit close to 300. I think he can get an on-base over 400, and he can be a solid infielder for the Giants in the future.
I like it a lot.
Next, we jump to the 3rd round. We have Trevor Cohen, a left-handed outfielder out of Rutgers, not ranked on MLB's list. I did have him ranked at number 152 on my top 250. Throughout his 3-year college career, he played in 163 games, so pretty much an equivalent of a big league season. He hit .338, 100 RBIs, but just 4 home runs, so not a lot of power here. He does have tremendous bat-to-ball skills. Again, super low chase rate, low strikeout rate, solid defender, good range in the outfield, good overall player. Got all the tools except power, really. This year he hit .387 with a .983 OPS, and that caught the attention of the Giants. He's 6'1", could develop some more power in the minors, but I wouldn't bet on him to break Barry Bonds' record anytime soon.
I disagree.
4th round, we got Lorenzo Meola out of Stetson, another non-power guy, good bat-to-ball skills. Again, I would have preferred a power hitter, like a pure big-time power hitter in the first 4 rounds, but Meola can hit. I got him ranked at 190. MLB has him at 183. Giants took him at 116. A simple but quick swing, patient approach. .324 average this year, .402 on base, OPS over 900. Most scouts don't project him to become a great hitter against pro pitching, but he does have that incredible glove. I could see him being a solid utility guy, kind of like a Brett Wisely, something like that. So we'll see. Moving on to round 6, we have a left-handed pitcher. Sorry if I pronounced any of these names wrong. I think it's Jordan Gottesman out of Northeastern. Had him at 227. MLB had him unranked. 9-2 record this year, 2.27 ERA, 97 strikeouts, and 83 1/3. And he jumped on my radar in regionals against Bethune-Cookman. He threw 5 innings, striking out 6, allowed just 1 run, and led Northeastern to their only victory in the regional tournament. And he had transferred from a Division III school at Endicott. He went 11-1 in 2024. He's got a heater that lives in the mid-90s, generates consistent swing and miss. He's got some nice secondary pitches, slider, changeup, occasional cutter, and he could be a diamond in the rough in this year's draft. But we'll have to see how he does against pro hitting. And in the 7th round, they took his teammate, Cameron Maldonado. Remember Candy Maldonado?
Off pitch, the 3-2 pitch to Candy, hit hard, hit well in left field. Back goes Hatcher, he's at the wall, he jumps, and it's gone. We're tied. Candy Maldonado has hit a home run to tie the game at 5.
This is Cameron Maldonado, 6'3", 200 pounds. Hit .351 this year, 15 homers, 59 driven in, a lot of raw tools, and he has the strength to develop into a really good professional hitter. At the plate, he's very choosy. He doesn't chase. He walked 100 times in his 3-year career, but he also strikes out. He struck out 154 times. Plus speed, he stole 89 bases at Northeastern, got caught just 13 times, and he has a chance to play center field in the pros. He has that kind of speed. I don't know if he can become anything better than like a 4th outfielder in the big leagues or like AAA depth, but if he improves that strikeout rate, keeps developing his power in the minors, he's got the size, sky's the limit. Or as Michael Jordan would say, the ceiling is the roof. And that brings us to the 8th round. Ben Bybee, a right-handed pitcher out of Arkansas, mainly a bullpen option for the Razorbacks, 4.38 ERA, 42 strikeouts, and 37 innings. And he found more success definitely coming out of the bullpen as opposed to starting. According to scouting reports, his ceiling in the pros is in question. He doesn't have a plus out pitch, but he is fearless on the mound. He pounds the zone, 90s heat, and good secondary pitches. I didn't watch him because, as far as I remember, he didn't make a single appearance during the College World Series. I don't remember seeing him pitch in any Arkansas games, and I watched quite a few this year, but I definitely look forward to seeing what he can do in the minors. Next up in the 9th round, we got a high school player. It's right-handed pitcher Reid Worley. I have him as my number 158 prospect, committed to Kennesaw State. But now that he's been drafted, we'll see about that. He's 6'3", 190, amazing stuff. He can hit 94 with the fastball, can command all 4 of his pitches, low 80s curve, much more advanced curveball than you would normally see in high school. Scouts have said it's the best breaking pitch in high school.
I've kind of been taught it as a kid and just found something comfortable about 8, 9 years old. Always called it a cutter. But I take the horseshoe right there and then put a little pressure and then curve the finger.
Wow. What?
So...
He also has a very good changeup, very deep, impressive velocity separation, just incredible projection here. He should add strength in the minor leagues and add velocity. It's going to take a little while, but he has pretty advanced maturity for his age, and he's got the stuff to climb the ladder in the minors and maybe someday make it to Oracle Park. That is if Posey doesn't trade him first. 10th round, and the Giants go back to Stetson and they draft a second baseman who was working double plays with Lorenzo Meola, who the Giants took in the 4th round. That player is Isaiah Barkett, who was good enough in high school to get recruited by North Carolina State. But due to lack of playing time, he transferred to Stetson, and he was great in 2024, hitting .309. But this season, he had a complete breakthrough, hitting .389, .958 OPS. And in all of D1 baseball, he was the 3rd toughest to strike out. Just 9 Ks in 221 at-bats. And on that leaderboard, I looked up to find some of these players. I added this guy to my top 250 prospects. I got him at 220. He doesn't have a lot of power, again, but plus defender. And he should find some comfort working with his old teammate, with his Stetson teammate, because they might rise through the minor leagues together. So that's cool. 11th round, Barajas Jr. Didn't have him on my radar. He's also known as Junior Barajas. He went to CSUN, California, CSU Northridge, a team that I followed, but he didn't really get any playing time there. So ended up transferring to a junior college, Saddleback College, where he hit .329 this season. But the catcher is the son of the former big leaguer, Rod Barajas. So must have had some good training growing up. He seems to be a solid defensive catcher, powerful arm. Not a guy that, is expected to be a, big time catcher in the big leagues, but we'll see how he does in the minors. Giants are definitely making some interesting selections here, out of the box selections, some risk, but possibly some big reward. 12th round, UCLA starting pitcher, Cody Delvecchio, whose stats are not that pretty. He went 1-4, 6.81 ERA this year, but when the stuff is working, he can definitely be dominant. He threw 5 scoreless innings against Nebraska earlier this year. Had some good-looking moments in the college postseason, but he did give up 3 runs in 4 innings to Arkansas in the College World Series. He's gone through incredible stretches where he can be dominant, nearly unhittable, but then he can lose it and suddenly become very hittable. So just needs to become more consistent in the pros, hone in on that good stuff more often, and he'll have a chance. This isn't a player that I had on my top 250, and he wasn't on MLB's top 250 either, so we'll see. In the 13th round, another interesting pick, a catcher, Brody Popple out of Florida A&M, an exceptional defensive catcher, advanced ball blocking skills, consistent bat as well, good power, opposite field pop. Probably not like 30 plus home run power or anything, but he does have some pop. Hit 325 this season, 12 home runs. And that was kind of previously untapped into power. So he developed that just recently, meaning, who knows, he could continue to develop that even more. So this is a guy, who knows, got some potential, but definitely in the 13th round. Now we're just trying to find any possible talent we can. And in the 14th, the Giants find a hidden gem in the NAIA, Trey Sealy, a right-handed pitcher who went 11-3, 3.73 ERA, 135 strikeouts in 99 innings in 2024 for Hope International. But this year, he was even better. 1.72 ERA, continued to pile up the strikeouts. He allowed just 4 home runs all season long. That's over 99 innings of work, 10-1 record, 112 strikeouts in 86 innings. So this guy's got nasty stuff, could be a serious steal, and the type of pick I love to see for the Giants in the later rounds. But at 15, we got the guy I watched in person this year during a visit to Lubbock, Texas, and I was blown away. He went 4 for 5 with 4 RBIs in that game, 4 runs scored, and a big fly. I got the footage, and I immediately was hoping the Giants draft this guy. I didn't expect it would actually happen, but it has. And this is an outfielder who won the Big 12 batting crown in 2024, hitting .374. He hit just 4 homers, but this year the power has blossomed. 13 bombs, still hit .330. Line drives all over the field. He can also lift the ball. He's got an ideal launch angle. Could be a 20 plus, maybe 30 plus home run guy. This is the one guy I think has that potential. And I'm super excited about it. His swing decisions have improved over his college career. Doesn't chase too much. He can also fly. Great speed, plus speed on the base paths and in the outfield. And he's got a cannon for an arm. He used to be a two-way player. He can pitch too. This guy can even play the infield, a little second base if needed. So he's very versatile, very powerful, high ceiling right here. I really love this pick. My pick of the draft, my favorite pick, has to be Damian Bravo, a chance to be a huge steal in the 15th round. But let's go through the last 5 real quick. The video is getting kind of long. We have Garrett Langrell, a right-handed pitcher, reliever out of Creighton, 7-2 this season, 54 strikeouts in 52 innings, 3.61 ERA. And he was one of the most reliable arms for the Creighton Blue Jays, eventually earning the job as their closer, and he got 13 saves. Luke Menzik was taken in the 17th round, a righty, Lincoln Way Central. So this is a high school guy. Lincoln Way Central in Illinois. He can hit 93 on the gun, high spin rates, good impressive control for his age. Committed to Xavier, we'll see about that. Ranked as the 4th best right-handed arm in the state of Illinois by perfect game. In the 18th, Cooper McGrath, yet another player out of Northeastern. The Giants were obviously in attendance there. Their scouts were going to some games, I guess, because they've drafted now 3 out of Northeastern. This is a right-handed relief pitcher, 1.66 ERA out of the pen, 6'7". He was tall and lanky out of high school, but he's built some more muscle. He looks the part. He's got the size and the strength to develop into a serious professional arm. Then back to junior college. Braden Risley out of Grayson College in Texas. This is a guy I watched as well in 2024 when he was with Tarleton State. He had some control issues at that time. Strikeout stuff was there. It was some nasty stuff. He transferred to Grayson College, cleaned up his delivery, struck out 11.2 batters per nine, 3.24 ERA. Giants are going to take a shot at him in the 19th. He's got some good stuff, good potential. Last pick, 20th round, Elijah McNeil, infielder from Dublin High, like local kid, ranked by Perfect Game as the 29th best high school shortstop in the state, 6'3", 175, explosive speed, quick bat, good power potential, committed to UC Davis. I don't think I saw him in person, but the video clips make him look pretty damn good. Excited to see him play. We'll see if the Giants can get him to sign or not, though, first of all, because he is committed to UC Davis, like I said. So there you have it. That is the 18 players for the Giants this year. I was a little more blown away by last year's draft because I saw a lot of big power. I just saw more potential. Here, there's potential, but a lot of just really good hitters, and maybe that's a good thing. You're thinking they could develop power along the way. If they don't strike out a lot, that means maybe they'll have a better shot against professional pitching. So in a way, it makes sense if you see some potential there. But this day and age, the home run is a key thing right here. But you don't have to hit home runs. But I do miss having some actual home run hitters. It's nice, it's fun. But yeah, overall, I shout out to Buster Posey. But we'll see 2-3 years down the line, we'll look back and we'll know more about this draft. But I do love some of these guys. Damian Bravo being a guy that I saw, so I was really impressed by him. And of course, our first round guy, gotta say Gavin Kilen. Gavin Keelan's going to be the key here in this draft, and hopefully we'll get a few more steals out of it as well down the line. But typically speaking, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of these guys are going to actually make it to the big leagues. But hopefully, we do a little better than that. So you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know your thoughts on the 2025 MLB draft for the Giants. Let's go Gigantes. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe. We'll talk to you in the next one.